Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Sagittarius. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Sagittarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, and most of all for showing up. I was so excited to do your read, I forgot to put my little wrap. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Now I'm a little more comfy. Sagittarius, this deck likes to split in three. I think I like that it does that. It always gives me the Fool at one point or another. Second chance, judgment call. Standing in your integrity, taking initiative, having many options, and following your instincts. 10 of Swords, having that understanding, having that know-how, having been betrayed, making a judgment call on whatever took place in the past, making up your mind even. You know, when I was cleaning the Oracle deck, just getting prepared for this reading, the solstice popped out. Actually, it fell out when I was shuffling. And I thought to myself, I'm just about to do Sagittarius read, and this card shows itself. And then I see the 10 of Swords here. Oh, look, we have the 8 of Wands with the 5 of gifts, or 5 of Pentacles. So moving away from betrayals and overcoming them is what the solstice the card represents in the Oracle. Seeing that we've had enough time to grieve over loss, we've had enough time to be inward and pulled away from others. Spirit is asking through the solstice to come back out and be amongst the living again. And then I see the 10 of Swords for betrayals and feeling that we were left out or put out. But take heart, Sagittarius, if that was in the past, because this is pretty much representing what was in the past, because that's how I start the reading. It is time to come out. And as we move into February, more and more going into March, spring will come. And that's where the solstice shifts and you will want to come back. And I know it's difficult when you've pulled away and you want to see no one or be around no one. It is difficult to come back, but slowly but surely, your optimism and Jupiter will bring you forward, and we'll see through the cards the change that's coming. And here we have the Fool. So this represents us, that belief, that not sure what to expect, but hopeful. Seeing the light here. Hopeful, but taking a judgment call and making decisions, because Sagittarius, that's you. When you've had enough of something, it's time to move on. That's when you move on. And here we have the Fool moving on, thinking about what the next move is and what to say and who to say it to based on what we have acquired or understood according to those betrayals in the past, and taking that judgment call, standing in integrity. You want to speak or you want to move forward. You have a lot to say, or maybe someone's coming to you to speak or to give you their ideas, or you are thinking along the lines of, I want a second chance at, and you're taking the step forward with the enthusiasm of a Sagittarius to change the plans that you may have had that probably were betrayed or gone into stalemate. And you're following your instinct. Again, we saw that with the the High Priestess, and here we have the Page of Candles. So knowing when to make that move, knowing when to speak up, you will. And then we have on the third pile, we have the Four of Swords or Four of Canes with the Ace. So thinking about how to apply these new plans, thinking about a new beginning, setting yourself up and really moving, because we have the Six of Candles here to bring you into that recognition, and something good is coming your way because you have the Ace. Potential, it's great potential for you. You're thinking about a new beginning. You're thinking about moving. You're thinking about where you want to be, and you will be recognized. You will have a victory in knowing when to reveal whatever it is you're thinking that you want to tell, knowing when is the right moment, and having that mindset change because you're being recognized. Again, the Knight of Candles. So moving. We saw the Eight of Wands, Knight of Candles. You want to move. You want to see something different. You want to be somewhere else. And again, that's change that you're initiating. Sagittarius, it's more cards showing themselves. Four of Cups, the Four of Good Cheer, the Three of Canes, Three of Swords, and the Ten of Candles, the Ten of Wands. It's been difficult. You've been going through a rough time. Again, the solstice showed herself, and that is when you pull away and go inward and you think about who did what and how and where you lost everything and all the effort that you put in, hard work to overcome a loss, to overcome disappointment in others. Someone showed themselves their true colors and disappointed you, and you've been working hard to overcome, feel better. And then we have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. It's being patient and changing that perspective. Oh boy, just give me a second here. Sorry about that, had a bit of a disturbance there, Sagittarius. But then that is pretty much what you've been going through. Quite a bit of disturbances. See, even the deck is struggling a little bit to shuffle. All right, so, and then it splits on the Fool. Taking that initiative, let's see what's under there. To make a judgment call and stand in your integrity and take that step. You see where it shows the Fool. That Fool is you wanting to move away from whatever it is that has disturbed you. But you want to keep your integrity intact. You have quite a bit of options and you're just waiting for the right moment. You're not revealing anything, which is a good thing. Sagittarius, let's see how you fare on this February 2025. Again, I can't seem to shuffle. We have the Nine of Cups, so your celebration is definitely in order here. You're going to be satisfied. You're going to overcome, and you're going to take control. There it is. Cutting away from dependency, taking control where control was lost, and then being satisfied with the outcome. All right, let's see if we can get through with the shuffle. I'm using that 5-card spread. You see, it's the Yuletide Tarot that I used from January. It's a 5-card spread, same as the one I did. Starting with the past, just do one more. bit of a jagged cut there. And we start off with the past. So we're looking at the Six of Canes, so the Six of Swords. Just see how this lines up. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Sagittarius, all these disturbances. So we're starting with the past. Then the past is a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, however far back you want to go. Or that you feel comfortable when you see the Six of Swords, because that Six of Swords is having that peace of mind where you were in a peace of mind position. Let's see, or you let go of certain things. Again, it's all dealing with the cards that fell, including that solstice card. That, well, of course you didn't see that. That's when I was cleaning the deck. But it was a letting go. It was a freeing up of the mind. And you've been through a lot, which brought you to the point of letting go. And then we have the Page of Gifts. So making new plans and setting that in paper, or setting that down on paper, is where you are now, because you were able to free yourself. Here we have the Six of Good Chairs. So you're reconciling with, or you're thinking about others, or going back to family, or family coming back to you. This would be at the middle of the month, where you're reconnecting, or at least you're reminiscing, if you're not connecting with others, people that you care about. Then we have the Nine of Candles. So if it is that you're reconciling with family members, then you're looking forward to healing that connection. And then the final card, and that's toward the end of the month. Final card will show here the Ten of Candles. So it is the end, putting down that burden. We're going from the 9 to the 10. So we're spiraling, we're following step by step. It's having that last stand, or healing, connected to family. Then putting down the burden is coming to an end. But this is at the end of the month, the overall. And at the bottom of the deck, we're looking at the Magician. So coming back from those cards we saw earlier, here they are. We see the Seven of Good Chairs. So manifesting opportunities so that you can put down the burden and you can heal and move on. See, we have the Queen of Good Chairs. So following your intuition and probably having an emotional connection with family or people that you care about, not just family. And I mean, not everybody's going through the same thing, but it's people from your past that you're reconnecting with or thinking about, and you have an emotional connection to them. And then we have the Page of Candles. So taking that step to open up and be emotional with people from the past. Either you're reconnecting with someone or particular individuals. And then we have the World cards. Again, it's an ending with another ending. So looking like you're going to achieve the goal. Maybe you're going to heal a relationship. See, we have the Queen of Gifts, but you're very determined to set your plans in motion and make a choice following your instincts. So Sagittarius, looking up for you. You've been through quite a bit, as we saw with those cards from the beginning and all the disturbances, and then the deck splits here again with the Fool. So wanting that second chance, wanting to take that step forward, to have a second chance, or to make a judgment call concerning people that you've been dealing with, and putting down the burden and recognizing that what work you've done and standing in that integrity. Again, for work that you've done, for for that acknowledgement of movement, for that wanting to move forward, for what you've learned in the past, for everything that you've experienced. You're using that difficult time to help you propel yourself forward, whether it is through communication or work. Again, it's the 8 of Wands, then you have the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. And this is all stemming from feeling left out and pushed aside. So you've actually worked on yourself, or you've worked on projects that you, to take your mind off of all of that anxiety and being alone and left out. You've put it towards, you put the effort in either communicating or exercising your talents, whether you're writing, whether you're developing yourself through courses. You've put effort into overcoming a sense of separation or a sense of not feeling like you belong. And this is where you let your mind become at ease. So that effort that you've put in, again, it's going to bring you that world card where you get your just desserts. You get something coming your way so that you can build and have that those plans that you may have had on hold manifest, because that's what you're working on. You're working on opening up opportunities because of how you were treated in the past. You're not stopping, in other words. You're healing, and you've worked hard. You've worked hard, and something good is coming from all of this. So we're going to take cards at random to elaborate these cards here. That's what I've done for the January read. I'm doing it for the February read. And we're starting off with the Page of Gifts. So having plans set up, it is because you were disappointed. See what you've done in the past. See, we have the 6 of Canes. So it's very mental, and all of the thoughts that you've had and going over what was done and what was said, you're looking into now that you are making plans to overcome that sense of disappointment. And here we have the 2 of Canes. So the 3 and the 2 is the 5. This would be the 5 of Swords. So maybe you're working on how to the mental part of you is you're having dilemma, and should you follow certain plans, or you're not sure if they'll come into fruition. You're thinking a lot, and you're having that inner turmoil of what to do next for some, or if plans that you've made, if you want to even bother going through with them, because maybe the attempt was, again, with all the disturbances that you've experienced and disappointment and betrayals. Because remember, we did see the 10 of Swords, and here you have the 5. So it is reaching in and really taking stock of, do you want to go with a second chance? That judgment call is pretty much where you're at. Not seeing the judgment call again here, but it did come up earlier, and it came up twice when we were looking into it. So you're thinking a lot. Now, don't go overthinking, because we're going from the 6 to the 5. We don't want to go back. We need to keep going forward. But you're going to pick the right moment to share if you want to. And it will come in to healing, again, with the 9 of Wands. So I think that's what your goal is to heal whatever was disappointing you from the past. And you're working on it. Then we see the 6 of Good Cheer. We have the Tower, the lightning tree. So coming toward the middle of the month, you will have epiphanies. You will be pleasantly surprised, maybe by someone coming in from the past. It's going to try and reach out to you, maybe family, maybe people that you crossed off your list are going to try and reach out to you. Again, truth is coming. So another sword. So now we're coming back to the Six of Swords here. And this will be an ease in your mind. So looking very positive by the middle of the month. Because you put yourself through quite a bit. And others have too. So maybe someone is coming back to be honest and make peace with you. Because that's what the Six of Swords will bring in. And here we have the Six of Swords here from the past. So you've been working on making peace, and maybe others are looking to come back to your life and make peace with you. And if not, then you're just simply going to move on because of sudden events that will occur in your favor. I told you, Jupiter has got your back. Here we have recognition that for work that was done in the past. So again, news coming in. Again, we did see the Knight of Swords. So could be someone is coming back to you. Work that you've done is catching up. Plans that you've made in the past. You've affected people. It's not that the work that you've done. Look, you see here at the Ten of Wands. So it's not that you weren't busy. People that you were connected to, whether it's family, friends, work colleagues, are going to recognize you. They're going to see that what you do or what you've done has value. Then we see that justice is coming in. So could be that you were involved in legal ventures or something of the betrayals probably ended up in court. And if you have gone through that, well, the victory is showing to be yours here because you're going to be recognized. And it is going to help you. This Nine of Wands here is a healing process where justice comes in and gives you that recognition for work that you've done in the past. So if it is that you've had legal situations, look out for positive events coming in toward the middle and the end of the month, because that is where this epiphany may be setting up with the justice system and what efforts you've put in the past that is having that repercussion now coming in to help you with your future, because you will probably receive an answer. And again, this is the Ace of Swords, so some form of truth linked to justice is going to come in here, and it will be quite sudden. It's not that you're expecting it. You're not expecting anything for whatever it is you've done in the past. You're not really expecting something to come from it, but something will, and it is because you're not expecting that it will come. Again, you've done something. You've taken steps, and you've expressed, and you've spoken. You've done in the past. You were able to step away from disappointments and disturbances of sorts, and this is why your prize is coming in, because we see that with the World card here. Just desserts is coming to you because of your initiative, your enthusiasm to do the work. This is why you're at the end now. And for that, we'll see, again, the King of Swords. So could be that you're going to get news from a legal service, or the justice system is going to respond to you, or maybe someone will approach you with the truth. Someone is either having a victory from court dealings, or it is that you're official news on something that you've done pertaining to a lot of work that you've put out. You're getting some form of communication through legal system, whether it's a judge, lawyers, notaries, for whatever work that you've done. I mean, only you will know that you've put a great set of effort out and you've released yourself because of the work that you've done in the past. You've allowed yourself to free your mind. Again, that solstice card didn't fall for nothing there. It is about being able to grieve and let go and deal with betrayals and allow for certain time to pass and then move on from that. And that's what you did. And you're going to be rewarded for doing so. Sagittarius, news is coming about the work that you've done. Good news is coming because of the work that you've done. You took initiative. Opportunities, many opportunities opening up for you because you followed your intuition, because you have that sense of openness and honesty and connecting with your intuition on when to speak and what to speak or what to say, and then taking the steps to put it down on paper. You did the work and you will be rewarded for it. You have that Queen of Gifts here. You have that ability to be self-sufficient. It is going to be a part of your reward. And your plans that you have put away or put aside or were interrupted are going to be brought back into the light, where you will be able to make choices. You'll have the ability to choose whatever it is that you want to do to bring it to life, and you will follow. Look for the full moon to see a change in the plans that you have made. Sagittarius, King of Candles, innovation is upon you, and being able to celebrate and be satisfied with the work that you've done, with the news that's coming in because of the work that you've done. Let's take an oracle message for the seasons of the witch, to see the Yule oracle, to see what February is bringing for you, because that solstice card, it just, while I was shuffling, it just threw itself out at me, and I said I'm going to look it up again, and got into your read, and as soon as I got into your read, this Ten of Swords, it just came, it brought it back to my mind. Sagittarius, I sense that what you've done is keeping your integrity intact. And it's official news that is coming concerning that work that you've done. You're going to be recognized for it through the justice system for some of you, and for others it is a karmic event, that whatever was done, whatever took place that brought in a betrayal, for whatever plans you'd had and you were betrayed, or from the past, you dealt with it. You dealt with it fairly. You dealt with it in the sense where you stood up and you voiced what you had to say. You did it with integrity. And because of that, destiny is shifting with the Tower coming in here. And then, of course, the Ace of Swords is that victory. You're going to see change coming by the middle of this month. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. What is the oracle message for Sagittarius for February 2025? Look at that. Father Christmas. Well, there it is. Christmas is coming twice for you. Santa's bringing you some gifts here. And it's not going to be cool. It is not going to be cool. You are going to be recognized. And Father Christmas is bringing it in for you in February. Well, look at that. How did how did we get here? Lost perhaps? No worries at all. No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in you, dear. I'll read it again. How did we get here? Lost perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in you, dear. Well, there you go. Father Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Sagittarius. And ceremony. This is a good one. I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips, a spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. You see, ceremony. You did what you were supposed to do. You're keeping to the rituals of justice when you follow your Jupiter. Sagittarius. Saturn is bringing you some pretty gifts. And on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Sagittarius, love and light.